I grew up on a cotton farm named Lodi in Alexandria, Louisiana. I have lived away from the South for over 40 years, but last year I came home. My dog, Mercy, my Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and I drove across the country from Bainbridge Island, Washington, to Nashville. And that's where we make our home now, in a 1936 cottage in a sweet little neighborhood that's surrounded by crepe myrtles and azaleas, and it's just all over the place with free-range children all over the streets. And I love being back in the South. I just love waiting in line at the post office, a really long line, but somebody cracks a joke and then everybody starts laughing. And I love it when a stranger smiles to me and then just stops and shoots the breeze for no reason other than the fact that it just makes life better. I mean, other parts of the United States are okay, but give me the South. I mean, we're at Kroger, my favorite checker, before she asks me whether I want plastic or paper, looks me in the eye and says, "How you doing, baby girl?" Jane Fonda says that all the years after age 60 are called Act 3. So that's what I'm going to call them. When I was 62, after I got back to the South, I looked at my books again for the first time since I'd handed them in to my publisher. I wanted to see what I'd written. I wanted to learn how I learned what I learned. I mean, what did my mother teach me? What did my father teach me? And what did the African Americans whose lives were so close to mine on that farm, what did they teach me? What did I learn about what we call femininity, what we call race, and what we call class? I mean, I was born in the middle of the 20th century to a mother whose mother was born at the end of the 19th century. And now here we are in 2017, where the power of a woman, we're just ascending like never before, thank God. And I want to find out who I am. What do I want to leave behind? What do I want to keep? What secrets do I hold on to? What lies were I taught that I want to come clean on? And finally, what do I want to leave behind? What legacy when the curtain drops on my Act 3? I have more questions than I have answers. Just call me Nancy Drew. I'm investigating the mystery of the secrets behind the divine secrets. In other words, I'm taking a fresh look at my life. And I'm looking at what inspired the stories in my books. So I want to share some of those with you tonight, a little history and some stories. And I'd like to share some pictures. And with the help of my great Noelle, my production assistant, we will. And can we see those pictures of Mama, please? My mother is Margaret Jordan Wells, but everyone calls her Sister. That's spelled S-I-S-T-E-R, pronounced Sister. She is the inspiration for Vivi Abbott Walker, the mother in Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. My mother is bucking 90 now, as she puts it, and she's still living on Lodi. When I first started writing the novel, I asked my mother if I could borrow her scrapbook. And let's see that scrapbook. She granted my request. She sent it to me. Not FedEx, not overnight delivery, not priority, just plain book rate, wrapped up in a grocery bag. And inside was written a note in my mother's hand that's always kind of looked like the letters are being blown across the page. And it said, "Be careful with this book. And when you're done with it, return it to me." On the first page, my mother had inscribed, circa 1941, in this vague Chinese-y looking script, "My any and everything." Her scrapbook, it just brims with letters and telegrams and corsages, dance cards, and tons of photos of my mother with her girlfriends. And when I was writing Divine Secrets, this scrapbook became sort of a Bible for me. These days, it sits on a table in my living room in Nashville. And it's right underneath this picture of my mother pregnant, right out to here with me, leaning back, drink in one hand, cigarette in the other. And you can almost hear her laughter. I can feel it emitting mama rays. And some days this is very comforting, and other days not so much. My mother has always been a mixed gift pack. When I was growing up, there was the golden rule, and then there were Mama's 5 rules. 1, ask God for help. 2, be loyal to your friends. 3, laugh till you pee in your pants. 4, to thine own self be true. And 5, shit on the rest of them if they don't like it.